At the time of me uploading this video, RecCon is either close to starting or has already started. And from the RecCon event's descriptions, we know that there's going to be at least one other Rec Room official event happening soon. However, today I want to discuss a Rec Room event that hasn't really been discussed as much and I think deserves way more love than it has right now. The Reclympics. The Reclympics was an event that was hosted once back in 2021 and then never hosted again. And it was pretty much the Olympics and Rec Room combined. However, I think it's one of the coolest concepts that Rec Room have come up with, and in my opinion, I think they should revisit it someday. Before we start though, I would just like to say that I am this close to getting the video partner hoodie, so if you could support me in Rec Room by going to my profile at @HateWerewolf and pressing the big support button, that would be much appreciated. With all of that being said, let's start by talking about what the Reclympics actually was, because I'm sure there's a lot of people very confused as to what I'm talking about right now. The Reclympics was an event that was held from August 14th, 2021 to September 5th, 2021. The games were live streamed on the Rec Room YouTube channel and were hosted by Powjams and Hairy Manlegs. And the games consisted of Stunt Runner, Laser Tag, Paintball, and Dodgeball, as well as some other games like archery, disc throw, and I don't remember what the other one was. In order to promote this event, the Reclympics room was created, and if you went to this room while the events were going on, you were able to get this shirt, which is kind of rare now. It hasn't been released since. And on top of that, there were also special maps created for these games, like for laser tag and paintball, and you can actually still play some of these rooms today if you just search up Reclympics on the play tab. Most of them still work, like laser tag and paintball, but some of them are kind of broken, but I'll get into that, okay? Anyway, there were a total of 8 teams competing in the Reclympics, and they were known as regions. And the regions competing in these events include, I need to look up my notes for this, Paintball Plateau, Cyberjunk City Limits, Creator Commonwealth, the Isle of the Lost Skulls, Crimson Bog Swamp, the Goblin Kingdom, Frontier Island, and of course, the Rec Room main campus. I have no idea how they ended up with the Rec Room main campus as one of the region names, but you know, go off I guess. Each of these teams had different in-game clubs that you could join, as well as clubhouses, and you can actually still join these clubs if you just go to the Reclympics map and find one of these buildings. And you can tell they're official clubs because they decided to use the term Recly in the description. I don't know what they were thinking. And as I said before, anyone can join these Rec Room clubs. However, in order to actually participate in the games, you had to fill out a form. And these forms had requirements such as being level 30. And I would tell you everyone that participated in the game, but I think there were at least like 15 players in each region, and that would take way too long, and frankly, I don't feel like looking. So what I can tell you though is how the Reclympics actually worked, as well as who won. You see, depending on how good each region did, they would either get a gold medal, a silver medal, a bronze medal, or just straight up nothing. And if a team got a medal in, let's say, laser tag, the people that participated in the laser tag game got individual medals to wear on their avatars. So if you were playing paintball for that region, you wouldn't get a medal, unfortunately. And the region that got the most gold medals in the Reclympics were crowned the winners of the Reclympics. Spoiler alert, it was Frontier Island, and as you can see, it wasn't even close. So yeah, the Reclympics kind of came and went. So what happened to it, and why haven't they done another one since? Well, I have 3 theories as to why they haven't done another one. Number 1, the event wasn't really handled all that well. Let's be honest though, this is kind of expected from Rec Room events, so I'm not really surprised. I don't know if this is just me, but it feels like every Rec Room event has to have something gone wrong in it, but that's for another video. Let's actually talk about why I think it wasn't handled all that well. For starters, if you were participating in one of the games like paintball or dodgeball, and you crash or you leave or something unexpected happens that makes you leave mid-game, you didn't get a second chance to join back. So if you were in like paintball or dodgeball or something and you crash, then your team was left in a 3v2 situation, which, spoiler alert, kind of stinks. Also, from what I've heard, some of the maps like archery were just really buggy. If you want an example though, in archery, the pots would just fly all over the place. And honestly, the pots were just really difficult to hit for VR players. And I say for VR players because for some reason, VR players and screen mode players were grouped up during these events. And you can kind of see how this gives a little bit of an unfair advantage to screen mode. And all of this led to a bunch of backlash against Rec Room during the time. So I'm assuming Rec Room just saw this and were like, nope, we're not doing that again. Okay, number 2. The event wasn't really that popular. Most people who know about the Reclympics only know it because of the free shirt that you got if you visited the room. So most people just visited the room, got a free shirt, and then never came back. And it didn't help that there wasn't a merch booth or any in-game events for the Reclympics, which is what most official Rec Room events have nowadays. The only other thing talking about the Reclympics were their social media posts, like YouTube videos, and even those didn't get as much traction as their other YouTube videos talking about events. Okay, number 3. I don't have another finger for this, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Rec Room wants to avoid competitive events. In my opinion, the Reclympics is probably the most competitive event that Rec Room has ever done. And in the Reclympics, there was a chance that a region just didn't get any medals at all. And unfortunately, that happened to one of the regions. So I'm sure they feel really good about me talking about it right now. I'm sure Rec Room doesn't want that to happen again, since that's kind of sad to think about. So they probably just scrapped the whole idea completely because of it. Okay, lastly, let's talk about what I think Rec Room could do to bring back the Reclympics in a much better way. Let's start with something simple. I think that every person that participated in the Reclympics should get some sort of prize for at least participating. I know this sounds like something you would get in a first grade soccer game, but just hear me out on this, okay? Like I said before, if you didn't win any medals during the Reclympics, you didn't get anything, which kind of sucks. So if you got some sort of participation award for playing in the Reclympics, at least you could say you got something for playing, right? Okay, next, there should definitely be some sort of in-game event for the Reclympics. I don't think they would ever do a broadcasted event for this, unfortunately, since I think the max amount of people that can be in a broadcasted event is like 6, and any more than that lags your game. So I think the next best thing is to have some sort of watch party event with a TV or something showcasing the live stream happening that day. Now, you may think that this is a bad idea because of the whole roomie situation that happened a while back, but if you think about it, people were mad because of how different and bland the roomies were compared to past roomies, and the fact that the video shown was just a looping pre-recorded video. If the Reclympics watch party event actually had a live stream showing on the screen instead of just a 10-minute looping video, then I'm sure a lot more people would enjoy that. Okay, the last thing I want is to have the community more involved with the Reclympics. I've already talked about some sort of in-game event, but maybe in this event, you could predict which region will win, and if you guess correctly, you can win some sort of prize or something. I don't know, just anything to get the community more involved with these type of events, and honestly, any event in particular should have something like this. That's just me though. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.